that Arizona sky burning in your eyes. You look at me and babe, I wanna catch on fire. It's buried in my soul like California gold. You found the light in me that I couldn't find. So while I'm all choked up and I can't find the words, every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts. When the sun goes down and the band won't play, I'll always remember us this way. Lovers in the night, poets trying to ride. We don't know how to rhyme, pretend we tried. And all I really know, you're where I wanna go. The part of me that you will never die. So while I'm all choked up and I can't find the words, every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts. When the sun goes down and the band won't play, I'll always remember us this way. Oh yeah, I don't wanna be just a memory, baby. Yeah. Ooh, 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 when I'm all choked up and I can't find the words, every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts. When the sun goes down and the band won't play, I'll always remember us this way. Oh yeah, when you look at me and the whole world fades, I'll always remember us this way. Ooh, 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 ooh.
She is here. She hasn't been involved. That's the main thing. She is here. If I can ask you please to stand. Thank you.
Head is on my chest, the sun comes rolling in. We're lost in these covers and all I feel is fear. I slowly kiss your face and falling everywhere you are. See, I'm a man that don't believe in much, but I'll be damned if I don't believe in us. And how we play fight up in the bathroom. Next thing I know, I'm making love to you. Girl, promise you'll never change. She ain't perfect, but she's worth it. Every breath I breathe feels like life I need. And I know I might not deserve it, but she loves me, and it's simply amazing. Simply amazing. better than I know myself. Oh, see, I'm a man that don't believe in much, but I'll be damned if I don't believe in us. Like when I said I love you for the first time, and the tears drop from your eyes. Girl, don't you ever change. She ain't perfect, but she's worth it. Every breath I breathe for the life I need, and I know I might not deserve it, but she loves me, and it's simply amazing, simply amazing, simply amazing, and she loves me. There is nothing in this world that can keep me away from you, and there's nobody that could ever compare to you. Oh, she ain't perfect, but she's worth it. Every breath I breathe for the life I need, and I know I might not deserve it, but she loves me, and it's simply amazing, simply amazing, simply amazing, and she loves me, and it's simply amazing.
Thank you very much. If I can ask you all please to be seated. Thank you. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Bryn Hamdan, Bonadilion, a Bonadilion at Croeso. I'm Sally Grummett, and I have the pleasure and the privilege of marrying Marc and Zoe this afternoon. And with me today is my colleague Joanne Thomas, and Jo will register the marriage after the ceremony. Now it's my pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to both Marc and Zoe, and on their behalf to welcome you all to Piccadilly Castle, and to this room that has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriages. You have all been invited here today to witness a very special occasion, the marriage of Marc Keith Duval and Zoe Sian Morris. They stand before us today, making the public affirmation of what they already know, which is that in each other they have found the person with whom they wish to spend the rest of their lives. And I'm sure that it means everything to them both, that you can all be here with them today, sharing in their happiness and witnessing their marriage vows. However, I must ask that if any person knows of any legal reason why they may not marry, you should declare it now. Not even a cough, thank you very much. It has long been tradition in many parts of the world to give one away to another in marriage, and Zoe's father Alan is here today with this very proud honour. So I will now ask him, who gives this woman to be married to this man?
Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. If I can ask you please to place your daughter's hand over into Marc. If you can place your daughter's hand into Marc. Thank you very much. You take your hands then. For Marc and Zoe, during this marriage ceremony, you will exchange vows that will unite you in marriage. The words are a formal but public pledge of your love and a promise of dedication to each other. So I shall now ask you both if you freely undertake the obligations of marriage and to state that there is no legal reason why you may not be joined together in matrimony. Are you both ready to love and honour each other in marriage for the rest of your lives? Marc, if I can ask you please to repeat after me, these are the declaratory words of your marriage. I declare that I know of no legal reason why I, Marc Keith Duval, may not be joined in marriage to Zoe Sian Morris. I declare that I know of no legal reason why I, Zoe Sian Morris,
that I, Zoe and Marc,
may not be joined
in
in marriage
marriage
to Mark Keith Deval.
to Marc Keith Deval.
That's lovely, thank you. So I will just explain about the ceremony before we continue. The marriage contract is a very simple contract. It is legally binding and is also one of the most important commitments any one of us can make. This legal but very personal commitment is reflected in the civil marriage ceremony that will fall into 3 parts. First, the declaratory words, as you've all just heard, where both Mark and Zoe stated that they are free to marry one another. Then the contracting vows, where they will become legally married. Later on, with Jensen's help, we'll have the exchange of the wedding rings, which will symbolise their union. However, opportunity has been given for us to include so much more in the ceremony today. Both promises and vows that couples wish to make to one another, declaring their personal hopes and dreams for their future together. So some of what you will hear now is personal to them both and will be feelings that they particularly wish to express to one another today. Marriage should deepen and enrich every aspect of life. When 2 people pledge to love and care for each other in marriage, they create a unique spirit that binds them closer than any spoken or written word can do. And marriage is a promise made in the hearts of 2 people who love. And this promise can take a lifetime together to fulfill. So we've now come to the promise you've chosen to make to one another. If you'd like to turn and just face each other, take both hands. Repeat these words after me together. We promise that we will always try to make our love and friendship last. We trust that our marriage will remain strong and look to our future together with hope, happiness and joy. We will treasure this day and the feelings that we share forever. Well, ladies and gentlemen, both Mark and Zoe know that their marriage will be a relationship that is ever growing, ever changing. But throughout the years, at its heart, will be their loyalty and commitment to each other. They will share nice experiences as a family, joy and laughter, hopes and dreams, and as time goes by, special memories. They've chosen to marry today, but in each other, they have found fulfillment and love. And we are all here today to celebrate their marriage. Mark and Zoe, being married today is a proud confirmation of the love and the respect that you have for each other. And together I'm sure that you know you will be stronger to meet whatever your future holds. The vows that you are about to make will bind your lives, create a future, and by the rings you exchange will represent a commitment to your marriage. But before you are both joined in matrimony, I do have to remind you of the solemn and the binding character of the vows you are both about to make. Marriage in this country means the union of 2 people, voluntarily entered into for life, to the exclusion of all others. But more than this, marriage is also intended to provide the love and friendship, the help and the comfort, which each ought to give to the other, both in times of joy and in times of hardship. Marriage is a deep and lasting commitment. It requires devotion, the ability to listen, the wisdom to know when we are wrong, and the strength to put things right. Marriage also requires both closeness and distance. The closeness of a couple growing together, but with enough distance to allow each partner their individuality. Therefore, a good partner in marriage will be loving and caring, but above all, your very best friend, which I'm sure you both are already. As I previously said, it does give us the chance to personalise the ceremony. Mark and Zoe have chosen a reading for their ceremony today. Happiness in a relationship is not something that just happens. A good partnership must be created. The little things are the big things, and it's never being too old to hold hands. It is saying I love you at least once a day and never going to bed angry. It is at no time taking the other for granted. The courtship should not end with the celebration. It should continue through all the years. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives and standing together to face the world. It is forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family and doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is not looking for perfection in each other. It's cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humour will certainly help as well. It is having capacity to forgive and to forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow, and it's establishing a relationship in which the independence is equal, dependence is mutual, and obligation is reciprocal. It is not only choosing the right person, it is being the right partner. So Marc and Zoe, the symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another that all the things you've dreamt of, you've hoped and promised, is a way of saying to one another that you meant it all, every single word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you've been many things to one another. Shortly, you will say a few words that will take you across a threshold of life, and things between you will never quite be the same. For after today, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, and this is my wife. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the solemn moment has come for Marc and Zoe to contract their marriage. If I can ask you please to stand. Thank you. Marc and Zoe, marriage must be entered into freely, voluntarily, and with the full consent of you both. It must not be entered into lightly. Do you both freely consent to this commitment?
Yes, I do.
You have gathered here today those whom you love most. You've invited them all to receive their encouragement and their support, and to celebrate with you at this special time. So I ask you now, in the presence of your family and friends here today, Marc, will you take Zoe, here present, for your lawful wedded wife?
Yes, I will.
Will you cherish and respect her, support her, and remain faithful to her?
I do.
And Zoe, will you take Marc, here present, for your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
Will you cherish and respect him, support him, and remain faithful to him?
Yes, I will.
Well, in that case, we've now come to the most important words of your marriage ceremony. These are your contracting vows, where I'll call upon all your guests here today to witness your marriage, but where most importantly, with these words, you will become husband and wife together. Marc, if you'd like to go first, repeat after me, saying these words to Zoe. Listen loud. I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Marc, do take thee, Zoe, to be my lawful wedded wife. I have chosen to spend my life with you. I promise to be loyal, loving, and true to you for the rest of our lives. I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Zoe, do take thee, Marc, to be my lawful wedded husband. I have chosen to spend my life with you. I promise to be loyal, loving, and true to you for the rest of our lives. Well, we have now come to the exchange of the wedding rings. This is the ancient and the traditional way of sealing the marriage contract. The wedding ring, as we all know, it's an unbroken circle. It has no beginning and no end. It represents unending and everlasting love, and it will be the outward sign of those promises you've made to one another. So Jensen, if you'd like to step forward for me. That's brilliant. Thank you very much. Stand just there. That's perfect, thank you. So Marc, if you'd like to pick the ring for Zoe first. So Jensen's mastered the sailor's knot. the ring on Zoe's finger. Just pause there for a moment and repeat these words to Zoe. Zoe, I give you this ring
Zoe, I give you this ring
as a token of my love for you.
as a token of my love for you.
It represents
The
strong bond between us
strong bond between us
and my promise
and my promise
to be there for you
to be there for you
always.
always.
And then Zoe, get to touch the ring from John. That's lovely, thank you very much. Jen, so if you'd like to go back to your seat, that was a job well done, thank you. And then Zoe, if you place the ring on Mark's finger, pause there, and repeat after me. Mark, I give you this ring
Mark, I give you this ring
as a token of my love for you.
as a token of my love for you.
It represents
The
strong bond between us
strong bond between us
and my promise
and my promise
to be there for
to be
you.
there for you always.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, an invitation for marriage is always a privilege. And as we come now to the closing of this ceremony, it's time to stop for a moment and to think of this couple stood here before us. And of course, it's also a chance to think of those that perhaps can't be here with us today. For Mark and Zoe, like any couple on their wedding day, this is a new beginning, with all of its love, hopes and dreams. But love isn't always perfect. It isn't a fairy tale in the storybook, and it's not always easy. Love is overcoming obstacles, facing challenges, holding on to one another, and never letting go. Love is a very short word, it's easy to spell, difficult to define, but it's impossible to live without. And love is realising that every second was worth it, because you did it together. So before I pronounce you husband and wife, just take a moment to think about the way you both feel right now, and lock that feeling in your hearts forever. Take each other as best friends, faithful partners, and each other's one true love. Laugh together, and let every step you take in your new journey create wonderful memories for you both to treasure for a lifetime. For Mark and Zoe, I'm sure everyone here will join me in hoping that today will bring you closer together. May it enrich your lives, and in each other's company, may you always find complete happiness. You have both made the declarations required by law. Your wedding rings will forever remind you of those vows and of the unique bond you now share. You've made a solemn and binding contract here today in the presence of your family and your friends. So we who are present hope that the inspiration of today will never be forgotten, and may you always love one another. Now it's with great pleasure that I ask everybody here to recognise that you are now husband and wife together. May you both treasure this trust and responsibility. May no failure or misfortune ever part you, and I sincerely hope that you both live a long, full, rich, and indeed a very happy married life together. So Mark, this is the part you've been waiting for. As we offer congratulations, I invite you to kiss your beautiful wife. Thank you everyone. If I can ask you to please be seated just for a moment if you sign the register. Thank you. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You've got to be in control of a good bird, all right? If she starts wriggling, just push her into your chest. Don't even go now until I start. Underneath my hand. Now slide it back. Not too tight, sweetheart. What did you feel? It's cooler. Peace of mind in a marriage is priceless. It is only when you have this are you able to love with all your heart and build faith in each other enough to last a lifetime. And as the doves also made for life, they are very symbolic of the vow of fidelity Zoe and Marc have just made to each other. The white dove, whether as in a couple, in parents or in the flock, work as a team, especially to protect each other. You may see them occasionally flying off in different directions, but they will always come back together. And like a flock of doves that stick together, the friends and family that have been chosen to spend this wonderful day with Zoe and Marc will be there to support them in times of need and celebrate with them during times of joy. So would you please join me, ladies and gentlemen, in giving a fabulous big cheer to wish our Philip and Elizabeth a safe flight back to their loved nest in Pontypridd.
Father of the bride, trustee.
Before I start, I'd just like to say how stunning I'm looking today. Rupert. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Zoe, Sean and myself, I'd like to start by welcoming you all and thank you for coming here today to celebrate this special occasion, the marriage of our daughter, Zoe to Marc. It's good to see so many friends and family here today. Every wedding is special, of course, but to see your daughter getting married is something else. Zoe walked down the aisle this afternoon, something I always cherish. I think everyone here would agree she looked absolutely stunning. A lot of you didn't realise that Sean and myself got married in a castle, but after 10 minutes of jumping up and down, she got fed up. When the day was set for the wedding, I thought I got plenty of time to get a speech ready. Every time I run a speech past Sean, she said, "You can't say that. It should be called the Mother of the Bride speech." When Zoe was born, I remember the midwife looking at Zoe and Sean and slapped Sean. What do you think about a car? Growing up, Zoe was stubborn and moody. Don't know where she get that from. Zoe has always been there for family and friends. And anybody who's seen them, Zoe and Marc together, can see how suited and in love they are. Anyway, before I finish, I'd just like to mention my parents got married the same date as Zoe and Marc, which I didn't know until my sister was over there, told me this week. And I would like to thank my beautiful wife, Sean, for making this happen, as I have done absolutely nothing. And before I finish, I would like to thank NatWest Bank and Barclaycard for making this happen. Family and friends, could you please raise your glasses to the bride and groom, Zoe and Marc. Thank you.
Well done, Al. Well done. Thank you, bye. Well done, Al. Zoe and Marc.
Yeah. I mean, I know I got bad eyes, so I'll have to put glasses on. No, I don't have yours, love.
Oh,
I got mine. Right. First of all, I would like to thank you all for coming here today to celebrate the wedding of my daughter, Zoe to Marc. I look over the table at my beautiful daughter and best friend, looking stunning. It's an overpriced wedding gown. £20 from a boot sale. Oh. I'm so proud of the woman who has grown into Zoe, and I know you'll be the perfect wife for Marc with your kindness and caring ways. And Marc, may I welcome you into the family, and I'm so proud to call you my son-in-law, and Louis and Jensen, my two handsome grandsons. Marc, from the first time I met you, hit it off, same bubbly personality, and from that day we have shared many, many jokes and laughs. I'd like to thank you all. I'd like to thank you, Mark, for protecting Zoe and caring for Ellie and Aliat like your own. A little wisdom of advice, always kiss each other good night. And remember, God made you for each other. You only had a little help of Tinder. Mark was known as Ken, and Zoe was known as Barbie. On a more serious note, I'd like to wish you all a very happy future together. Please raise a glass for my beautiful daughter and new son-in-law, Mr. and Mrs. Deval.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mark Owls, and as a best man, I'm a veteran of many a wedding. I know how quick you want to get to the bar. So I'll try and get the speech as quick as possible, and obviously there's a free bar that Mark has paid for. Okay. Okay, I've known Mark for a long time, probably about 12 years now. We both worked at Hereford together, and we were both in Afghanistan together. But we only rekindled bromance a few years back when I was living in a hotel in Bath, in an outdoor heated swimming pool. It's as if we've known each other forever. We've got a similar personality, we've got the same name, although mine is spelled the right way with a K. Let's be honest, he is high maintenance. Trust me, I've seen his cosmetics covered in Zoe's house. And he definitely hogs the groom inside of our house. And he's been known to get naked. A lot. And live off the ground. Should have been a caveman, really. So I'm just going to go through some embarrassing photos of Mark through the time. Oh yeah. You can blame Sean Morris for that photo.
You have to speak up.
Okay.
Boys in the
And back in the day, he's now doing a bit of a gangster. And at one time, Mark was going to join the Navy, but he's coming out. And then, so the army took him on, basically. There's some nice photos here of him. You do pause a lot, though, don't you? There's a little bromance photo on the left-hand side. That's me and Sharon in bed on exercise. Sorry, Shady. And he's known to like a party pretty hard as well. I'll make a mess. But sorry, it'll start in a minute. So Darren actually met Zoe at the start of a beautiful beginning. Began a sort of change in this man.
I got you, baby. Come on. Oh, come on.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to thank Zoe and Marc for letting me be a part of this beautiful day, and for letting me be the best man. It's been a massive privilege and an honour, and I love you for that, guys. Zoe, you look stunningly beautiful, and I mean that. We all admit she looks absolutely stunning today. So. Marc, you scrub up right as well, so. And the bridesmaids are absolutely stunning and beautiful as well. And the young lads in the house, yeah, they're looking pretty good as well. And my daughter Amara and son Lucas wrote a little poem for Marc and Zoe, because they're godparents as well. And it says, let me read that. To Auntie and Zoe and Uncle Marc, we wish you all the best. You both make people happy and always give your best. This is a special day for you and your family members too, so Lucas and Amara wish you both lots of happiness through and through. So, just to finish off, if you could all be upstanding. And raise your glasses and toast to Zoe and Marc.
To Mary and Marc, I would like to say a big thank you to Marc for being a very nice stepfather. I love Marc so much because he spoils me. Marc always makes me happy and smile. He got a son called Jensen. I never seen a boy so cute. He loves me playing with him. I love Jensen so much. I love my Mary so much. I am so glad she has met but I am so glad she is getting married and she can have a lovely time in her life. I am so glad she has met a man who is so kind. I am glad that that man is nice. I am so lucky. Love you, Mary and Marc.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay, sirs, ma'ams, ladies, gents, for those who don't know me, I'm Zoe's other half. I take no credit for any of the organisation or planning for this, so a massive, huge thank you to Sian and Alan, mainly for funding the wedding. My parents to my left are also contributing towards the wedding in different ways as well, emotionally, physically, and obviously helping me out getting here on the day as well. So thank you. Okay, and a massive, huge thank you to a lot of the members of my family. They've travelled far and wide from Coventry to Northampton, Cardiff, literally come all across the UK, and especially to my nan, who I absolutely adore. There's been a lot of dynamics in the background that's gone on with my family. Unfortunately, sorry to mention it, Jeff. My dad and my uncle lost their mother and my grandmother on Thursday. They've cancelled their annual holiday and he's still here with us today, which means a great deal to me. So thank you very much. Massive, huge shout out to my bosses on the back table, all looking stush over there, looking good. Okay, and then before I go on to Zoe, all the bridesmaids and everyone who's made it here today, as well as the kids, my gorgeous son Louis and Jensen. Jack, you've done a good job as well, mate. And the bridesmaids and the flower girls, well done. Okay, so as you notice to my right hand side here, there's an upturned chair. Okay, so we usually have an upturned chair, just a tradition we do in the military, for the absent friends and absent members. We've lost a couple of friends this week. One of them, Cy Strange, through cancer, and one of them through suicide, obviously. Today, we lay a table for the absent members. As you notice on the table, there's a flower for the sacrifice of the family. There's a lemon to show that war can be bitter. There is a pinch of salt for the family's tears as they have now dried. There's a bow on the chair to show the ultimate sacrifice. There is a round table because we will never forget you. There is an upturned glass as you are no longer able to drink with us. There is an empty chair as you can no longer sit with us. There is a picture there and also the medals because a lot of the guys that we lost have been on the operational tour with us. Not there in person, but there in spirit. We will remember them. So please join me with the toast of the absent members. The absent members.
Absent members.
So now we've done the song a bit, moving on to my better half. Okay, so just for the record, Zoe was a super-like. For those who are on Tinder, Zoe was a super-like. What this means is you only get one super-like a day, and if they match you, it's like winning the lottery. Okay? It took us almost a year and a half to actually start to date. We finally went on a date. And from that date, from the day forward, it just completely changed my life. There was a lot of demographics and things that went on with previous relationships and my ex, let's not speak about that, but there's a lot of things that went on with that, and Zoe absolutely picked me up. I was the lowest of the low. And Zoe, gradually over time, built my confidence back up and made me the person that I am today. She's an absolute inspiration to the kids. She's taken my boys on as if they're her own. And she was absolutely instrumental in getting me on the road to recovery. So Zoe, thank you very much. You were definitely the missing piece of the puzzle. I'm so glad I met you and Ellie and Harriet. Because you've completed me as a person and you've completed the family. So, can I get a toast to Zoe, my wife? And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the speeches. Hopefully we'll clear away some tables and we'll get to the bar and get on it. The long-haired general spoken.
Anyway, I'd like to thank my best friend Claire and also my sister-in-law for all the help she's done for the wedding. She's an absolute star. Try on to pull my knickers up. Yeah. No, you've been amazing. I want to thank you so much. All right, and there's a present, darling.
Yeah. Let's go to the bar.
2, 3! Beautiful. And now...
Come here.
Done this
Beautiful in every way you are. never change. She ain't perfect, but she's worth every breath I breathe for the life of me. I know I might not deserve it, but she loves me, and it's simply amazing. Simply amazing. Simply amazing. And she loves me, and it's simply amazing.
Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to join them on the dance floor, please come onto the dance floor and join the new Mr. and Mrs. Delvar.
What's she doing? Don't you ever change. She but she's worth every breath I breathe for the life of me. I know I might not deserve it, but she loves me, and it's simply amazing. Simply with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. I have faith in what I see. Now I know that I have met an angel in person. She